plus block in the bottom corner and select pens.
I see. Okay, well, it's going to be something similar to this. So let me,
Excuse
ma-
me.
yes.
I can't find my last file from last time. Like, I can't. Like, I forgot where to go to get it.
Okay, so just open up the Python shell, and
Yeah.
then click on File, and then Recent Files, and it should be the first one of the first ones. Do you see it?
Wait 1 second. Uh, I have it, but not the complete code from last time. I only have a little bit of code.
Can you share your screen? Maybe I can help you out. For Bryce, I'm going to paste the link on the chat. Just click on that link, and it's gonna show you. It's gonna show you a Google Drive folder, and then there's a .py file. Just right click and download it, and we'll be using that. You can use that code uh, because we're gonna continue from where we left off. Okay, let's see what you have, Sahasra. Okay, yeah. Can you click on File in the top menu? Hover over Recent. Yeah, I think it's on Document. That's the one you want. Yeah.
Do I just copy it and paste
No,
it?
no, just put Documents. Documents. The second one. Yeah, yeah. Just download it and just drag it into your desktop, and then right click, open with idle.
Oh, I think I got it.
No, no, Sahasra. Yeah, it's the second file. It's the one that under documents.
Alright, so download it. Wait,
Yeah,
so the second one?
yeah. So hold on, Bryce. Yeah, file recent.
I,
No, no. Click on your. Okay, now file recent. Okay, it's the one that says. Hold on. Okay, click on file again. Recent. Okay, it's the one that says documents. So it's the first one now. Not the first. Oh wait, hold on. No, no, no. And that's the third one now. Click on file, recent again. Recent. And you see the third one? It says documents and then Hangman. Yeah, I think that's the one you were working on. Yeah. Okay, for Bryce, what's your question?
oh, like, so, like, how do you run it?
You just right click on the file once you download it, and then select the file, edit with idle. If not, then just go on in Python and just click File, Open, and then point to or select the file where you download it. If you need help, just share your screen. I can help you out.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah, that's it. You already have it there. To run the code, just click Run on the top menu, the menu bar. It says Run.
I don't know,
You were there. The menu bar is on top. So click on your code.
mm-hmm.
Okay, now on the menu bar, all the way on top, it says Run. It says File, Edit, Format, Run. All the way on top.
I don't see it.
The menu bar. It has the icon of the Apple, it's the Apple logo, and then it says IDLE. All the way on top. Move your mouse all the way on top.
Okay.
Okay, now move left. Okay, do you see it says
So
run
I
and one of them? No, 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 no. Run. RUN. Uh,
can
yeah. Uh-huh. And then run module.
run module.
First one. Yeah, there you go. I press OK to save.
Okay.
Okay, and then there we go.
Mm-hmm. Is it actually the word yet?
Yeah, it's a word. The word I think you're looking for is apple.
Mm.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it looks like you have it and everyone else has it correct. Okay, so let's get started with continue. Let me just go over quickly what we did, and then what we have done so far, and then from here we're gonna move on. Okay, so let me open up my code and share my screen. Okay. All right. So let me go over the code quickly. So on the top portion, everyone can see my screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And on the top part, the first one, first line, it says import random. And what this is import is a command to bring in a library. A library is just a set of functions or commands, tools that are done for you that you can use. In this case, this library is called random. The reason why we need random is to choose random stuff. Because when we have a list of letters, words, I mean, it's going to choose a random word from that word bank. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of random. And then we have our word bank. This is our list. This is a list of strings. So strings are these words that are with quotation marks. This stands for this is a string, and this is a list of strings. So a list is defined by these brackets. So this is an opening bracket and this is a closed bracket. Okay, and everything inside here, all the lists are separated with a comma. So we have apple, comma, banana, comma, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, the next line is chosen letters. This one is to keep track of all the letters we've chosen so far. Right now, it's blank. You see, it's just open bracket and close bracket. That means there's nothing inside. Of course, when we start the game, there's nothing inside. So, that's correct. Then here we choose a random letter, a random word, I mean. We use a random library and we use this command called choice. Then it chooses a random word from words. Okay, words is this list, and it's going to choose a random word, and then that word is going to be assigned to a chosen word. Okay, then we make another variable called original word. We keep track of the original because we are going to do some changes to chosen word. And then finally, we create a another variable called masked word. So this variable is going to be the variable that the user is going to see. So if the user is guessing something and he guesses one letter right, so it's going to be a bunch of stars, and if he guesses that letter right, that letter at that position is going to turn into the correct letter, kind of giving the hint. This is what you've done, what you've gone right so far, and then this is the position where it's correct. So here, what we do is we have a loop. A loop. This loop is going for each letter in chosen word. So remember, chosen word is a random word we chose. We go to each letter, and if that letter is a space bar, if the letter isn't a space bar, sorry, it's a space. For example, dragon fruit that has a space, it's going to create a star. If it is a space bar, then it's just going to leave it as space. Okay. So this exclamation mark equals means not. That means it's the opposite of is it are they equal? So this means are they not equal? And then here this plus minus, it's a it's a shorthand for saying just add this to yourself. What we're doing here is something called concatenating. And this what it means is we are building a string. Okay, so a string right now, this is a string, and this string is empty. So now if I add, let's just say I add this plus a, right now this becomes a. If I add a plus this, right now it becomes app. Okay, I add another p, and then it becomes app. Okay, so whatever you have a plus and a string, you do something called concatenate, and that's true for every programming language. Okay. After we do that, what we do is this word, we don't care about spacebars anymore because the user, I mean, when we are checking if the word is correct, we're not checking for spacebars. So here we're replacing all the spacebars with nothing. Quotation mark means nothing. So here, this dragon fruit becomes just dragon fruit with no space. Okay. Again, reason why, because we only care about the letters. We don't care about the space bars. We don't want the user to enter space bar. Okay. And then here we have a while loop. A while loop is a forever loop. This loop, it's checking if true is true. True is always true. So that's why this will run forever. Oh, before that, actually, we defined how many tries do we have, and we have 6 tries. Okay. So here we have a while loop, and inside that loop we have another loop. This is called a nested loop. So I have a loop inside a loop, and inside this loop, what we're doing is we're letting the user input something. So here we're saying input, choose a letter. If whatever the user entered is greater than 1, we're gonna tell the user, hey, you can only enter 1 letter. So it goes back and it asks the user again. If the user entered blank, nothing, or pressed enter and there's nothing, then we're going to ask them, please enter a letter. Okay, so it's going to ask them, choose a letter again. You have to enter something. And then finally, if he did press a button, if he did press a character and pressed enter, only 1 letter, then it's going to break. Break is a command that breaks out of the loop. So in this case, this loop is now broken, and then it continues with the rest of the code. Now, programming in Python is very important. Indentation is really important. So here, if you take a look at this while and this while, you see how there's spacing. So this spacing means that anything that's spaced runs on top of the statement. In this case, this while loop runs under this loop. Okay, and now this stuff here, everything under this while loop runs only with this loop. Okay, so that means this loop, if the user starts entering the wrong stuff, it starts going like this. It only stays in this loop until the user enters it correctly. Once the user enters correctly, it breaks off this loop. So all this this loop breaks, and then it goes on to the next line, which is this the next line, and so on and so forth. The same thing goes true for if statements. Here we have an if statement, and you see it's indented. So only these 2 lines that we have will run under the if statement. Okay, so indentation is really important when you program in Python. And then other programming language, it doesn't really matter, but it's good etiquette to have program indentation. It's just visually, you can see better the program where you have certain statements or where you have your logic implemented. And then here we are asking if the user input, whatever the user entered, is inside chosen letters. If it is, we already chose that letter. And then we have another command called continue. What continue does, it makes the code go back to the beginning of the loop. So it's not necessarily a break. It acts like a break, but what it does is says, okay, just continue with the loop again. So it goes back up, it stops what it's doing, goes back up, and it runs again. Okay. In this case, we guessed it right. So, go back up there and do it again. Here, we could have put this if statement here, but we decided to use the continue command. Okay, and then finally, if this is not true, that means the letter is not guessed. So then we put it inside chosen letter. So now we already guessed it. And then here is the logic for are we is the word correct? So here the word is correct. We chose the correct letter, and then we replaced that letter with blank. So that means like apple. Let's just say we guessed the letter A, so the A goes away, and then the E goes away, and then P, and 2 P's go away, and then L, and so on and so forth until we have blank. If we have blank, that means we win. So here we're checking if it's blank, you win, and then we're going to ask the user, do you want to play again? If the user enters yes and only yes, exactly how this is spelled, then it's going to reset the game. Okay. And then here, finally, this part, what it's doing is just creating the mask, and what it's doing is just checking for all the letters that we have. If it's correct, then it's gonna. If we have not guessed it, then it's going to give it a star. If we did guess it, then it's going to turn to that letter. So that's when you run the game. And then you see this. So here, this is the mask, and then I choose, this is the letter A. So then all the letters that I guessed correctly are now turned to letters, and the ones that are not stay as stars. Okay. Okay, and that's basically it. You have any questions? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so that's what we did the last 2 classes. Now let's move on to the next step. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do some fun stuff. we're going to work with Turtle. Okay, so with Turtle, it's a drawing program, and what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a separate file for the Turtle. so we don't combine our turtle code with this code, because our turtle code is going to be pretty lengthy. So I want everyone to click on File and then New File. Okay, and then in this new file, I'm going to put this away because I just care about this Untitled. So Untitled should be completely blank. Okay. And in this file, we are going to import our turtle module. So the way to import anything is just import and then the name of the library. So in this case, it's turtle. But here we have a yes.
How do you make a new file?
You click on File. So make sure you click on your code, and then click File, and then New File. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is the command import turtle. Now we're gonna have an issue with this kind of importing, because this import turtle means we're using the library turtle, but anytime we want to use anything from turtle, we have to say turtle. Okay, so let's just say I want to use the command left, so I have to say turtle. You don't have to write this, dot left, right? And then I specify how many degrees, and I say I want to go forward, so turtle dot forward 100. Then turtle dot right, and so on and so forth. And for me, it's too much typing. I don't want to do all this typing, right? It's too much. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to import this library into my file, into my program directly. So to do this, we're going to say from turtle import star. Okay. So this command basically imports the whole library, and now it belongs to us. We don't have to call that library anymore. Now all the functions belong to us. Now the downside to this, yes.
I don't have the
You don't
app.
have, huh?
I don't have the app turtle.
What do you mean you don't have the app turtle?
Like I don't think I like. You know how you're saying turtle's like a drawing.
Yeah, that app comes with Python. So if you're running Python, you have turtle.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know where to find it though.
It's don't worry, just write this, and then Python will take care of everything.
Wait, I
Okay.
don't get where you're putting it though.
Oh, it's a new file. So all we did is, the file we were looking over. Oops. All we're doing. So here, this is what we had, right? Just click File, New File. That's all we did.
Thank you.
And it's a completely new file. Do you have it?
Wait 1 second. Um, yeah, I have it.
Okay. Okay. So now that we have these in this library, we need to focus on the 4 basic commands on Turtle. The first command is forward. So forward, and then forward, you don't have to write this down. Just make sure you write the first line of code, not the second one or the third. So forward command takes in how many units, how many pixels do you want to move. Here you can specify from 1 through, I don't know, but a lot. And it's going to draw that many pixels. So just make sure you're careful with how many pixels you're drawing. Usually I like drawing 100, so I'm just going to put 100 here. You don't have to specify units. You just put a number there, and then Python assumes you know the units. In this case, it's how many pixels do you want to go forward. And then if you want to do the opposite of this, you want to go backward, and then how many units you want to go backward. Make sure you spell forward and backward correctly. I have some students that don't spell forward correctly. They say forward. It's forward and backward, not backwards, backward. Okay. Okay, the next 2 commands, we have right, and then right takes in how many degrees you want to turn. So hopefully everyone knows at least some basic degrees. So if you don't, let me just go over it quickly. Okay, so we have, I'm sorry? Oh, I thought someone said something. It's my beautiful circle here. So we have my circle, and then we have a line here. This line represents how many degrees I've moved so far. So here it starts at 0. So here I turn 0 degrees. Okay. The basic right angle. So this is all the angles that are in a perfect square. That's denoted by this line that's like this, like a little small square. This is 90 degrees. Okay. And then half of this, so this line that goes this way, so I'm going this way. Okay. So this line here, this one is 90 plus 90 is 180. Okay. And then here we add another 90. I'm running out of space. And this is, how much is this? 180 plus 90. 270, right? And then 270 plus 90 is 360. So this 0 or 360 are land almost in the same place. Well, they do land in the same place. Not technically the same, but they land in the same place. But here we go. This is how many degrees. This is the basic degrees. And if you want to get really complicated, you can specify smaller degrees of rotation. So here, if you want to turn, let's just say 10 degrees, you just go, 10 right here. And then this is how much you're going to rotate, right? If you want to go 60 degrees, it's going to go somewhere around here. Okay, and so on and so forth. So, or however many degrees, that's how much you're going to turn. Okay, usually for this project, you're just going to turn on the major ones, like 90 or 180. You don't have to worry too much about 270 or 360. But then again, there's small parts where because you'll be drawing the hangman, you'll be you'll be doing smaller angles. But this is something you can guess. It's really quickly. It's really easy. Sorry. If you have any questions, I can help you out with that. So here I can want to turn right, let's just say 90 degrees. I say 90, and then the opposite of this, instead of right, I go left, and I can say 60 degrees, and that's fine. Okay. So these are the 4 basic commands that you're going to use. There is another command called pen up and pen down. Pen down, pen up. So what these commands do is pen up means do not draw anymore. So any movement that you have that you're going to do, it's not going to record it. So basically, it's like, imagine you're drawing on a piece of paper and you're moving, right? And you're drawing, and then when you lift your pencil, so it's pen up, that means you're not drawing, and now you can go to a different position without drawing a line. And then when you do pen down, you bring the pen down, and you can start drawing again. Okay. So these are the 2 commands. For these ones, I don't think you'll be using them, but I'll just leave them there just in case you will use them. Okay. So again, these are the 6 commands. Don't write this down. I'll just have it here as reference, and you can just take a look, or you can just memorize it, whichever one's easier for you. Okay. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw the hangman thing, and then yeah. So let me show this again. Okay. So you're gonna draw something like this, right? So your cursor is going to start here, and it's going to go forward this many units, right? You can decide how many units you want. If you want 200 units, that's fine with us, fine with me. So then once you go 200, you know that this is in the middle, right? So 200 divided by 2, and then the midpoint would be 100. So you have to go backwards 100 units, right? And then turn left 90 degrees, and then so on and so forth until you draw the thing. And then once you get to this part, because this part has to run when the code runs, then the other stuff will only draw if you get something wrong. So what I would like you to do is when you finish this with your code, you're gonna put double, or not double, I guess one, what do you guys call this? Pound sign, hashtag, I guess. You can put one hashtag and just say head. Right, so now you're starting the head, and then where you're getting the hands or the arms, you can say arms, and then legs. Okay, so the reason why we do this is so we can separate our code, because we're going to do this into functions. We're going to make them into functions. We're only going to execute the code only when we tell them. Okay, but the code before that, which is the little hang where he's going to hang, it's gonna be there, um, regardless if we're losing or winning. Okay. So to start off, I'll help you guys out. So we have the code here, and we're gonna do our first line of code. Again, you guys don't have to copy this. This is just for reference. So our first one is we're gonna go forward, and we're gonna go forward. Let's just say 200. Okay. So once you have this, the best thing you can do is you can run this every time you run one line. So just save this. So just click File, Save, and if it tells you where to save it, make sure you save it on the desktop. So just click on Desktop and call it Hangman Drawing. Okay, and then click Save. Okay, once it's saved, press Run, Run Module, and then when you run the module, you'll get this. Okay, so this is the first drawing. Yeah, this is the first drawing. So see, it started right in the center of the screen and it moved 200 pixels to the right. So then it just moved, it went forward, didn't stop there because there's nothing else to do. Notice the arrow where it's pointing. By default, it's pointing to the right hand. If you want to turn somewhere else, you have to tell it to turn first and then you move. But in this case, since we're drawing the base, I think this is fine. Okay. Now the next step is we already went 200, and like I said, I want to go halfway back, so I'm going to go backwards 100. So here I'm going to go back to my code, and I'm going to type backward 100. Okay, I'm going to run this again, and I get something, and I get this. Okay, my program went forward 200, and now it went 100 back. Okay. The next thing I want to do is I want to face upward to the left. Well, no, yeah, sorry, I want to face up. So what I need to do is from his perspective, I need to turn on the left side. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the left side, and it's going to be a perfect right angle. So if I want to turn 90 degrees, so I'm going to say left 90. I run the code, and then you'll see that my arrow is now pointing up. Okay, so now that it's pointing up, it's perfect. And now I want to go forward because it's from its point of view. If I go forward, it's going to be going this way. Okay, this time I want to make it longer. So instead of 200, I'm going to do 300. So I'm going to say forward 300. I run the code, and I get something like this. Okay. Do you guys get the picture how this is working? How this works? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so I'll leave you guys here for a bit. This is like I said. Let me pull out the whiteboard. Oops, wrong thing. Again, this is what I want to see. Okay, so let me know when you're done with this hangman thing. So we're again, all we want to draw is this.
Mine works.
Okay, just finish the drawing then. You have to figure it out by yourself. Figure it out by yourself. Okay. I'll give you guys 5 minutes.
Well, I finished the drawing. What now?
Okay, do you want to share your screen so we can see what you did? Okay, let's see. Can you run your code? Okay, it's not quite done. You still need the last part, the part that like hangs down. This part. Hmm.
I'm finished. I made it work.
Okay, can I take? Can I see?
Yeah.
All right, perfect, awesome, looks good. Anyone else finished with their drawing? Anyone to show? Did everyone get it?
Now,
No. Okay, I'll give you one more minute, and I'll show you the answer.
done.
Okay, do you want to share your screen so we can see?
Here. Mm, run module.
All right, looks beautiful. All right,
I made it
so I'm
down.
sorry.
I made it go down and to the right, so it's in the exact middle instead of being a bit to the right.
Ah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's good. So let me catch up with you guys. Okay, so let's see. We have forward. Then I want to turn left 90, forward. Is that 100? 50? Oh, we'll see. Left 90 again. Forward 20. And there we go. Okay, so this is mine, so we're good here. Now the next thing we're gonna do is draw our stick figure. So this one requires a little bit more. So remember, we have to first draw the head. Okay. After we draw the head, then we can draw, well, I guess the body, and then with the body we draw the two hands, and then we draw the 2 feet. Okay. So this is what we're aiming for. Okay. Now with the circle, I'll help you guys with the circle because the circle is pretty hard. Well, actually, there's an easier way to do this. We can just call the function called circle, stamp circle. So let me double check how. So let me take this off. And then here is so where you just ended the. Let me erase this so we have more space. Where you just ended the code, can you guys put a hashtag and say head? Because that means everything under here is going to be part of the head. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, let's see. I think there's two ways of doing this. There's the stamp and let's try this. Circle, and then how many, what's the radius? So let's try 2 as my radius and see what happens. Okay, I think that works. So let me make this bigger. So 2 is pretty small. Let's do 10. Okay, so this is pretty good. All you have to do is call the function called circle, and then a circle for you. The only thing with this is if you see closely, actually let me make this bigger. Let me do 30. Yeah, it looks a little better. So if you see, the circle is not directly, it's not being drawn at the bottom. It's more to its side. So I'm going to turn this left 90 degrees so it can fix itself. So I'm going to say left 90. And it won't, when it draws that. Oh, no, it wasn't left. It was right. Okay. There we go. Now it looks like a circle, like a head there. Okay. So once that is done, then of course we need to draw the rest of the body. So to get down here to this point that is down here, I'm going to let's see. I'm going to turn left 90. So I'm going to say left 90. And then here our circle, let's see, this is radius, right? So if this is our radius 30, our diameter is 2 times our radius, so it's 60. So I'm going to go forward 60. Okay, let's see, let me run this. And it looks something like this. And perfect, we're down here. The only problem we have is you see how it drew a line. So that's where we want to use our pen up and pen down. So after we do our left, we're going to do pen up so we don't draw. So pen up. And then after we go forward, now we do pen down because now we want to start drawing. And here we're going to do hashtag body. Okay. And our body is going to be pretty simple. All we're going to do is go forward. It's like, I don't know, 100. Let's run this. So this is what it comes out. And yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe 150. I don't know. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay. So what your job is to finish the drawing of the rest of the body. So remember, we're doing this. Okay. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes to finish it up. Let me know if you have any questions. Is anyone done with their drawing? Just need a couple more minutes. I'll take that as a yes.
Done.
Okay, can I see your drawing, please?
Can I present after him? I finished also.
What was that? Sorry.
I finished too. Can I present after him?
Yeah, sure. Wow, that is really good. Looks good. Okay, one thing about that. Hold on. I would like you to draw your things separately. Um, so can you go back to running your program?
Um. So it took me 74 times to do that correctly.
Okay, well, that's programming for you.
I
Can you
can't
run? Can you
just
run
do
your
the
code again?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Run module.
Okay, so now that is correct, right? So we have that hanging thing, then we have the head. That's good. That's separated. Now the body has to be drawn in one stroke, and then you have to draw the arms and then the legs. So you see how you drew the like half of the body and then the arms. That's okay, but I would like you to actually draw the whole body first, and then draw the arms and then the legs. Because remember, we need to separate the left leg, right leg, left arm, right arm. Because every time we lose something, we're going to draw a piece of that body.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Mhm.
Okay, so also put hashtags where so the body is going to finish somewhere, and then put a hashtag and say left arm, and then start with the left arm or the right arm or whatever you want to do. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Sahasha, can you show this share screen? Okay, that looks good. It's just what's going on with the the body over there. Looks like it's inside his head. Can I see your code? Okay. Okay, so you just need to fix that part where the body is, I think, like inside the head. The other thing you need to do is you need to put hashtags where your drawing is going to start. For example, like your left arm, where is your left arm starting? Where is your right arm starting? And same thing with the left and right legs. Okay, just put hashtags on top where the code is going to start. Again, what we're doing is we're separating our code so we can start writing functions. You know what I'm trying to say? The, so it's a no or yes. You're muted, so.
Okay. I don't get like where
Uh,
I tried fixing the. I don't get why the body's in the head. I looked, but I still don't get.
okay, so that might be because of the head. You see where it says 60? The reason why it's not, so here you have 40, right? You see the circle, it says 40. So 40 is its radius. So 40 times 2 is what?
80.
8. So, and then here you have forward 60. So instead of forward 60, it should be forward 80. Like
Or
3 lines below that. Yeah. Yeah. Because now you should be outside the circle. Uh-huh.
I think
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. But like I said, you still have to put the hashtags on the rest of the code. So like so here we have body and then do hashtag left leg, and so on and so forth, and then the rest of the code. Separate everything. Okay.
I have a question. Um, so like for the Unity classes, are we using C sharp or like something else?
Unity, we are using C sharp.
Okay. I finished dividing them.
You organize them and then you put hashtags, so you know what code runs what. Can I see?
Mm-hmm. Does this.
Okay, that looks good. All right, perfect. So let's wait for everyone else to finish.
Right arm, left leg, right leg.
Yep, looks good. So like I said, let's wait for everyone else to finish. So we have I'll give you guys 2 more minutes to finish.
I finished.
Right? Can I see what you did?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Yep, that's exactly what we want. Okay. All right. So let me catch up. Was that?
Are we gonna import them?
Yes. So let me just catch up with you guys. Let me just finish drawing my hangman, and just give me like 30 seconds. I'll be done with this. Okay. So everyone should have something like this, right? We have our hangman, and then we have our body part, the parts, all separated by hashtags. Okay, and each hashtag is going to is basically saying, starting from here, this is where I draw this, and then where the other hashtag starts, that's where this part ends, and then the other part starts. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is these parts are only going to be drawn when they're going to be called, when they are called. Sorry. So what we need to do is we need to convert this. Can you guys see my screen or? Yeah. Okay. So like I said, we need to convert this into functions. Okay. And the way to convert or the way to create a function is by using a keyword called def or define. So here are a definition. So here after the hashtag, we're going to say def, and we're going to call this one head. Okay. Open close parentheses and colon. Okay. So here we have a function called head. And then we're going to highlight all the stuff that belongs for head, and we're going to press tab. Okay. When we press tab, it's going to indent all the lines, and so it can fall under head. Okay. We're going to do the same for body. We're going to say def body. Okay. And we're going to indent that line. And same with left leg, left, left. leg. One thing with functions, they cannot have a space. So what you can do is you can use Camel Case, like I did, where the first letter of the word is lowercase, and then the other words are uppercase, and then there's no space between them. Or you can just use underscore if you want to do that, like left underscore leg. Okay, but just remember there is no space when you create a function or a variable. Okay, and do the same for left, right legs, and then the arms too. Okay. Make sure your indentation is correct. Okay, so when you're creating the next function, it's going to automatically indent for you. Make sure you press backspace in order to be aligned with the other defs. All the words def should be exactly aligned. What is that?
For the left leg thing, in between left and leg, I put underscore.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, are we good with the functions?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds.
Done.
Okay, so Harsha, are we good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So let us continue. Like I said, these functions are now in place. Now, when you run your code, nothing's going. Well, it is gonna something's gonna happen. The only thing that's gonna run is building your hanging. I don't even know what this is called, but your hanging pole thing, and nothing else is gonna happen. Only when you call the function. So if you guys see this is called your shell. So every time you run something, it's gonna say C user something and so on and so forth, and it's gonna give you triple greater than sign. So this is your console, and in here you can write the next step. So you can write something like if you write the next step, which is head, you can type head, open close parentheses, and press enter, and it's gonna draw the head. Then you go to the next body part, say body, and press enter, and it's going to draw it. And then we have, what's it, left leg. Oops, I spelled left leg wrong. Left leg, uppercase L. Then it draws it, and then right leg, draws it too. Then we have left arm and right arm. Okay, so you have to be careful with this because if you do out of order, then your drawing is going to be out of order because you have a very specific way you drew this this object. All right, so once we have this, the next step is implementing this to our project, okay? So make sure you follow along very carefully because this part is going to be a little tricky, okay? So make sure this file, wherever it's saved, so see up here, for example, mine says desktop hangmandrawing.py, so mine is saved in the desktop, okay? This one though, this one says online classes, Hangman Part 1. This one is saved in a different location. So with this one, make sure you save it on the desktop. So click File, Save As, and make sure you choose the desktop. When you click on the desktop, just click Save. So now this should change. This should be exactly the same. Oops, sorry. It should read the same. It's just Desktop Hangman Part 1, and then this one says Desktop Hangman Drawing. Okay. It's important these two files have to be in the same directory in the same folder. In this case, the folder is called desktop. Okay.
Both of mine are in downloads.
If you're both are in downloads, that's fine. Just make sure they're in the same folder. I recommend you moving them somewhere else because I know some computers they delete downloads, so you don't want to lose your data. So either move them to the desktop, make a folder, and drag both of them in there, or yeah, just if you want to keep them in downloads, that's totally fine too. It's up to you. Okay, so once we have this, the next thing we're going to import is we're going to import our Hangman drawing. Okay, so let's go back to the main Hangman game, and here we're going to type in import Hangman drawing. Just that. Okay, and when we're good, we press F5. Oh, when we run the code. Oops, I misspelled Hangman. Hangman. Okay, when I run this, I now get a Python drawing, my drawing, and then I get my letters. Now, there is going to be a small problem. The problem with Turtle is that Turtle freezes when you're done drawing. So you have to click multiple times. This is called the moving bar. So just click it multiple times, and then it's going to say not responding or frozen or something, and then you're able to move it. Once you move it, you can just leave it there, and yeah. So right now it's not going to do anything because, like I said, we're not calling any function. So we're going to do that next. Okay. All we're doing is just making sure this works. Okay, I'm going to close this. So does it work for everyone? So are we good to move on, or are we still trying to make this work? I will take that everyone is okay. Okay, now that we have this, the Hangman drawing is popping up. Now we need to tell the Hangman drawing to draw the next part. Okay. Now the problem here is that I name my file Hangman drawing, and then anytime I want to use this library, I have to say Hangman drawing, and so on and so forth. It's going to be 6 times. I'd rather just type head, just like we did with a turtle. Don't type turtle. We just want to just use the command. So here I'm going to change this import to the same import we did with turtle. So I'm going to say from Hangman drawing import star. So we do this, and now all the functions belong to this program. Okay. Once we have this, we're going to scroll all the way down until we get into the last line. It says tries equals tries minus 1. Okay, so here we're subtracting how many tries we currently have. Okay. So by default, if we scroll, right here, we have tries is equal to 6. Okay, so here we already subtracted by 1. Actually, you know what? Let's do this before when we get it incorrect. So we're gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do it after tries. So here we're just gonna have simple if statements that we're going to check what our tries are, and depending on how many tries we have, that's what it's going to draw. So here we're gonna say if tries is equal to, so we have double equal. That means are these two things equal? 5 and then colons. Here we're checking if tries is equal to 5. If it is, I'm going to draw head. So all I do is type in head. Okay. Now the next one, if tries is equal to 4, what should happen? We're going to draw the body. Okay. And then here I'm going to run my code just to check if this works. So like I said, I'm going to move my my screen here just to check if it's working. So here I'm going to deliberately guess something wrong. So I'm going to type in Z, press enter. So that's good. It drew the head. Now I'm going to type something incorrect. Let me type in W, press enter, and it drew the body. That's perfect. Okay. So what you guys need to do is draw the rest of the body parts, or sorry, the rest of the parts. I keep saying body parts. The rest of the parts, using the if statements. Okay. So we have if tries, and so on and so forth. Okay. So I'll give you guys 5 minutes to finish the code. Let me know if you have any questions.
Do you just write for importing turtle thing? What do you do?
What do you mean importing turtle thing?
Importing the drawing. Do you just like put
Oh, so yeah. Well, what we did is this.
so like from
So this is the name of the file I have. The name of the file should be, whatever you put.
yeah.
I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Can you? Can we? Can I take a look at your code? Can you share your screen? Okay, let's take a look on the side right there. Okay, run the code and then deliberately lose, and we'll see it draw. Uh-oh, looks like you have an error, and the error is saying hangman drawing is not defined. Okay. What did you draw? What did you name your hangman file? Can you go to the other file? Yeah. What is this one called? Sahasrara Python 2. Okay, that's what you need to draw. So you know what? Can you just rename the file to Hangman Drawing so we know what's going on? Just click File. No, no, no. Don't just click File, save as, and then rename it to. Don't put any space.
No, this is the desktop here.
Hangman Drawing. Capital D, no space. Capital D. Yeah, there you go. Now click Save. Perfect.
For today.
Okay, run it. Oh, make sure you accidentally. Do you have a question, Bryce?
So like for the head drawing thing, do you put like hold on, let me open it. Do you put if open parentheses tries space equals 5 close parentheses space head space open parentheses close parentheses space colon?
No. The colons go after you write the word if, after the parentheses of the if. So it's if, open parentheses, tries, equals 5, close parentheses, and then colons. Once you have the colons, you press enter. So take a look at my screen. This is what you're looking for.
Excuse me, I think I accidentally got like logged out of my computer, and I lost my other code. I mean, I still have one of my codes, but I lost the other.
Okay, just share your screen. I can help you out. Okay. Just click File, Recent. No, that's you're on Chrome. Click on, yeah. Okay, and the one you're looking for is Hangman Drawing. That one.
It's not.
There you go. Yep. Try. Oh, wait, hold on. Before you go, can you try out your code now? Run your Hangman, not the drawing. Yeah, that one. Run your code. Okay. Now lose. Good. Body is not defined. Okay, let's go back to your code. Where's your code? Oh, okay, there you go. There you go. Okay, you see on your code on the right hand, on the right window, yeah, you see you spelled body with capital B. Not that one, where it says def, the blue text, body, it says capital B. So yeah, so on the left hand side, you're referring it to lowercase b. So just change it to lowercase b. Yeah, save it, press Control S, or sorry, just save it. So file save. And then run your code on the left, yeah. Okay, now run your, no, not that one. You were supposed to run the other one. Go back. Yeah, now click on the left one, yeah, and then run that one. That's the one you need to run. And then she left again. Okay. Do you want to share your screen, Bryce? I know you had a question. Or, sorry, forgot you had a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have yep, that's perfectly fine. Except you have 1, 1, and then 0. Is it 5, 4, 3, 2? Yeah, I think you're missing a 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just copied it, so.
I see. Okay. Now try running your code.
Hold on, it just switched here. So here,
Yeah.
here, run module. Okay.
Oh, invalid syntax.
That.
Where?
Oh, I must
Oh,
have dumped
yeah.
there.
No, 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 no. That's not the problem. The problem is you can't have space with your name of the files. So can you go back to your no? That doesn't work either. Can you go back to your other file where we did the drawing? So the import turtle. Yeah, that one. Click File, Save As. Top left. Click File, Save
Yeah.
As, and just remove the spacebar. Yeah, there you go. Then click Save or underscore. That's cool. Now go back to Python. The other code, the play one, and then yeah, there you go. You're set up. Run it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now give it a second. Now it's telling you to choose a letter. So lose on purpose.
9, I guess.
Okay. Can you move your screen just a bit? It went away.
What just happened? Hold on.
Try running it again. No. Okay. Can you move your screen just a bit to the right? Yeah. Okay. Now choose a letter, or guess, or lose.
9,
Okay, good. It's drawing the head.
9,
Where we guess that letter. So guess something else.
8,
Okay.
7, 6.
I think you need to fix that. It's the other one, the hangman. Just press OK for that. Yeah, I think it's drawing. Yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, you need to fix the, what is it, the right arm?
The right arm, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is.
Okay, so while you fix that, let me go back to Sahasra. Sahasra, did you fix the problem?
My computer keeps shutting down when I try to run the code for some reason. Just like keeps on logging me out of the computer and taking me back to the screen where you have to enter the password. I don't know why.
That's hilarious. I don't know why your computer's there. Maybe it's running out of battery or something. Well, anyways.
It's a computer, not a laptop.
I see. Or maybe it has like screen time. It can only be
We
on
don't
the
have.
screen for. Oh, I don't know. I'm just giving suggestions. Anyways, can you share your screen again so we can see what was your question again? I think.
I need to open it again since it also closed those.
Okay. Hangman drawing. That's you want hangman drawing. The file. Hangman drawing. There you go.
Can I shut off my computer and rejoin? My phone
Sorry.
isn't letting me.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
I'm gonna shut off my computer and turn it back on because it's like not letting me X out and well actually not do this.
Oh, okay, Bryce. I think I know your issue. Your issue is that you just have to close the Python shell. You see the program that says shell. Just close that, and if it tells you do you want to kill the program, just press OK, and then it's gonna unfreeze whatever you're trying to move.
Where's shell? There's a human Facebook page.
I'm gonna shut off my computer. It's keeping me locked on the screen. I'm gonna reopen it.
Okay. So if you guys want, you guys can restart your computers. We'll be here.
I'm back.
Okay. Is it better now?
Yeah. I was just making sure that this wasn't a recording because it said this thing is recording. So,
Yeah.
so I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a recorded version.
Okay. So now that we have uh, our the body being drawn every time we lose, the next thing what we're gonna do is we are going to.
Excuse me, I just joined again. Can you?
Yeah,
I
sure.
think
I'll wait for you.
Are you doing okay?
I just finished the. I just run the thing. Of course, it's loading again. Run module. Run this. Nine. Cross ahead. 8. Cross the body. 7. 6. And that works. 5. 4. 3.
So do you see a problem?
Now it's working.
Well, it's giving you too much. It's giving you too much chances now. Once you reach 0, that should be, you should be done. So we're gonna fix that. Okay. So are we good with Sahasra? Can we move on?
I didn't see your screen.
It says chosen word equals chosen word dot replace, and then it has tries equals 6. Do I change it?
Yeah. No. Tries equals 6. That's how many tries you have. Just leave it at 6 because you drew 6 parts, so it makes sense to have 6 tries. Unless you want to draw more parts on the.
I drew a head, a body, a left arm, a right arm, a left leg, and a right leg.
Yeah. So those are 6. No.
I got it. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now, what we're gonna do is let's take a look at our code again. You guys can close the hangman drawing. You don't need that one anymore. We just need the hangman part or whatever, whatever you name the code. That's the main one we need.
Hangman play.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So what we're gonna do is down here. You see where it says tries equals zeros, equals 0. Sorry. So here is where we want to stop the game because we reached the limit. You can't try anymore. So here's where we're gonna stop, and then we're gonna ask the user, do you want to play again? If the user wants to play again, then we reset everything. If he does not, then we are going to stop and break the game. Okay. So here, let me help you start up. We're going to print, and we're going to print you lose. Okay. Or game over, tries, or I don't know, something you want to put something else, you can. But I'm just going to put you lose. And then here we're going to give the user a choice. Do you want to do this again? So to ask the user to input something is we're going to type in input. But before we do input, actually, we need to make it into a variable. So we're going to say user input equals input. And we're going to ask, do you want to try again? Or play again, I guess. Play again. So we just asked the user, do you want to play again? Now the user is going to enter something, and that something is going to go inside user input. So now we need to figure out what did the user say. So we're going to do an if statement and say if user input is equal to yes, yes, then we are going to, I'm going to type, for now I'm just going to type in pass. Okay, we need to fill out the blank. Then we have an else, means if he typed anything other than else, anything other than yes, I mean, we're going to break. Okay, and remember, break means we're going to stop the loop. So this basically breaks our loop, and we're done with the game. Yes.
So do you put user input minus input or equals input?
Oh, you can't see from, okay, it's equals, so it's double equal sign.
No, for like user capital input, is that minus or?
This is an equal sign, one equal sign.
Oh, it looks like a minus.
Does it? Let me see if I can zoom this in a little bit more. I don't know if that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we good with this?
I'm close.
Close.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure the indentation is correct. Remember, indentation matters a lot. And let me know when you're ready to move on. Are we ready to move on?
I'm having problems with the thing.
Okay, can you share your screen?
Mm-hmm. So it says that this colon is incorrect.
Okay, so let's go step by step. So first, your print is a lowercase p print.
Oh.
Yeah. And second, print has to be indented because it falls with the if statement. So before the p, now press tab. Perfect. And the same thing with all the lines below it. Tab. Oh yeah, highlight everything and then tab. Okay. I guess it's not letting you. I guess you have to do it one by one.
Not that.
Press tab.
Tab.
Okay. Tab.
So like that, or
Yeah, that's correct. Same thing with pass and break. Wait, hold on. You're still not done. Same thing with pass and break. Pass and then else and break and then.
like that.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. Now the next thing is user input. I don't know why you have an extra parentheses. It's still gonna give you an invalid. You have an extra parentheses before the word user input. You see that random print? No, no, no. The line above it. That was correct. Put back the put back the parentheses. Okay, that is correct. The one above it, yeah, that's just a random parentheses that's there. We don't need that. Okay.
Nail it down.
Now, okay. Next thing is the equal sign after user input. So the same line, we're assigning a value. So that means one equal sign. We're not comparing. We're assigning. So that means it's one equal sign. Not there. The line above it.
It said, yeah.
Okay, good. There we go. Now that's better.
I'm gonna test it to see if it works.
Okay.
9, my trusty countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4. You wanna play again? Yes. Choose a letter. Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, so there's no point on saying yes. Reason why? Because we have on the if you go back to your code, you're gonna see if the user input equals yes, it's just going to pass. That means just ignore and just continue what you're doing. So that is where we're going, where it's just letting the code pass. What we needed to do is we needed to press end, or we needed to type in no. Do you want to continue? No, and then the code is going to break. So run it again, and this time say no. No, no, no. Leave that yes. No, no. Leave that yes. That is correct. But just we just want to say no when it asks us, do you want to play again?
Okay. Or I could just type anything, because if.
Yeah, or you could just type in anything. Yeah, but this is assuming the user knows what he's doing.
9, 8, let's see, countdown again. 7, 6, 5, 4. Wanna play again? No.
And it's perfect, right? Well, it's not letting you do anything because the code is done. When you get the triple greater than signs, that means the code is done.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so yeah, so Sahasra, you should have that problem too, where if you just type in yes, it's just gonna let you do it, continue with the code, but that's not what we want. So let's fix this problem. Luckily, we already did this. We already fixed the yes problem where we want to reset the whole variables. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scroll up here just a bit, and then you'll see the you win, and it's going to ask exactly the same. It's going to say user input, do you want to play again or just play again? And what we're going to do is we're going to copy everything from chosen letter down to continue. Okay. So just copy that code, press Control C, copy, or just right click copy or edit copy, whichever one's easier for you.
I can't find that code.
This code is right on top of where we were just typing. So here's where we were just typing. Just scroll up just a bit, and then you're going to see you win. And then right below you win, you have an if statement. And right below the if statement that says yes, we're going to highlight. Yeah, we're going to highlight this. So starting from chosen letter all the way to continue. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Wait, all the way
9,
to
10,
continue?
11. So it's 11. There should be 11 lines to copy.
Okay.
Okay. Once we have that, let's scroll down again. So,
Wait. I accidentally pressed C instead of Command C.
oh, you can undo.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, make sure you don't accidentally press C and overwrite your stuff. Make sure you highlight your stuff
Or
and then
don't
press.
press Control C, because that doesn't work on a Mac.
Yeah, I pressed. I know how to press. I know to press.
Yeah, it's Command C. So I have a.
Yeah, I actually did Control C on the drawing thing.
And then you could just do Command Z. Then
Yeah, I forgot that you can do Command Z to undo.
Okay, well, hopefully you didn't lose any of your code. But here again, we have
I
these.
only lost some of the drawing code, but it was when we were doing it. So
I see. Okay, well, now you know. So, like I said, we have 11 lines of code, and then we're gonna scroll down all the way down, and then we're gonna replace. You see where it says pass? We wrote pass. So instead of pass, we're gonna paste everything we just copied.
Okay.
Okay, so we're replacing pass. So just erase pass, and then paste whatever we have, whatever we just copied. Okay. And now what happens is when you say yes, it's going to reset everything. So it resets, it picks a new word, it gives you a new mask, and it empties out the chosen letters, and we're good to go. We have a new game running. But we still have an issue. The issue is our drawing is not reset. So we need to figure out how do we reset our drawing.
Maybe just high reset game.
Close. Yeah, I mean, one way of doing this is just, you know, stop the code and just say, okay, run it again. But that's kind of cheap. That's not a That's not a solution.
hey, just run the code again.
Just run the code again. Yeah, that's
It's easy.
poor. Yeah, poor astronauts will know be in space. Is just yeah, just
If
run
you're
the
doing
code
it on Scratch, you could just tell it to switch.
So much
the-
easier. So
again. Okay.
But
Well, the way we're gonna do this is we're going to use a command called clear on our turtle screen. So what we're gonna do is we're going to let's go back to our main our drawing. So open up your drawing. So just click File, Recent if you didn't close it, and then Hangman Drawing. Okay. So we're going back to the other code with turtle. And what we're gonna do is we're actually, instead of this being just loose code, we're gonna make this into a function, and we're gonna clear what is it called? The canvas, and we're gonna reset everything. So here, let's go up here. It's gonna be the almost the second line of code, and here we're gonna type in def, and we're gonna say restart game, open close parentheses and colon. And we're going to indent these lines. These lines, again, are to draw the little hangman pole, okay? Now that you have this define function, we're going to add two pieces of code before we start drawing the rest of the stuff. So one, we're going to clear. So we're going to type in clear, open close parentheses. That means we're going to erase everything that's there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say go to, and we're going to type 0, 0. Okay.
do you have to tell it to put its pen up though, so it doesn't just drag around along the screen?
Yeah, it might be somewhere else. Yeah. So, or you know what? Just do this. Do go to first and then clear. That's the better option.
Can you go back to the go to command?
I'm sorry.
I want to see if I did it correct. Okay.
Okay. And now we have a different problem. Our problem is every time you reset the game, the what is it called? The rotation is not set to is not properly set. So now if let's just say I call restart game, it draws the thing, but then it goes like that. Then I do another restart game, and then it draws it like that, and that's not good. Do it again, and it draws it backwards. Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to fix the rotation. So after we do go to 0, 0, we're gonna say set heading. Yeah, we're gonna say set heading to 90 degrees. So that means it's gonna be facing to the right. So when we restart game, oh wait, sorry, it's not 90 degrees. What am I? Is it 0? It's 0, I think. Let me run this again. Yeah, so it should be 0. So now every time I restart the game, and I say restart, I'm going to draw the thing, and then restart the same thing. Okay, perfect. So that's all we need. So make sure you guys have this. Restart game, and then go to 0, 0, set my heading to 0, and then we're going to clear. And it's going to draw the board again. Okay. So we added these 3 lines to, well, actually 4 lines. We have def, and then the other 3 lines. So make sure everything is indented. Okay. So once you have this, let's save and let's do the final part to the project. Let's reset the game. So let's go back to the Hangman code. The Hangman code. And what we're going to do is down here where we are with you lose, what we're going to do is where you say yes, after, let's see, well, before the word continue, after the print, we're going to type, what did we call it? Restart game. We're going to say restart game, open close parentheses. Okay. So make sure you have this typed in. Okay. And then the last line, this is for sure the last line. We're gonna scroll all the way up, and we need to restart the game when we start the actual game, or else the thing never draws and everything's gonna be disoriented. So hopefully everyone got this. Let's scroll up all the way up, all the way up. After we have here, after from, so after the import, we're just gonna type in again restart game. Okay. Once you have that, press F5 or run it. And when you run the code, it should draw the stuff again. So we're back to where we were. Okay, we have this. And then it's going to tell me choose a letter. And I'm going to lose on purpose. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally 6. And it's going to tell me, do you want to play again? I type in yes. It resetted the whole board, and now it's a new letter. It's a new word. Because you see, this word is 5 stars long, and this word is 7 stars long. Okay, so now we have a new one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press 1, 2, 3. We have one last thing to do actually. Okay. I thought we were done, but we're not. We have one bug left.
My thing says you can valid after restart game.
Do you want to share your screen?
I already had it shared, but then I accidentally unshared.
Okay.
Share again, I guess.
Oh, yeah, I have a colon for some reason. You don't need a colon. Did you do the same thing in the bottom? You don't need a colon. Yeah, it's a function. It's not a, yeah.
I couldn't see your screen when you typed that.
I see. I'm sorry. No, that's not how you restart it. You have to
Yeah.
lose on purpose. You have to lose.
Whatever. I just typed a bunch of nines and broke the game. Whoopsies. I don't know
Nice.
how you're supposed to do it. How do you just close that? Let's reopen it. Run module. Choose a letter. How about 9? That's definitely a letter. Right? You agree. 9's a
Yeah.
letter. 6 is definitely a letter. And 5 and 4. How about yes?
Did you type in clear? Did you type in clear on the command? Can you go back to the other code, the drawing?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I did. Hold on. Yeah, I wrote
Oh, it's clear, open, close parentheses.
oh. Like that?
There you go. Oh, yeah, one more thing. Hold on. Before you close, hold on. No, type it. Or damn. Okay. Can you go open up again the drawing? Okay. So you have clear. Why do you have pen up? You don't need pen up. Right after clear.
No, I think I need it. Yeah, I mean,
Mm,
what I do.
no, you need a pen down because if the whole screen clears, then you need to start drawing.
No, see, it puts pen down here. Because this is
Uh,
putting its position to the bottom left of the screen.
no. That's the whole purpose of go to. Go to means it's going to reset the whole screen. Or, oh, are you repositioning yourself to draw the? Okay, okay, well, okay. Let's okay, okay, cool.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. I didn't know you were repositioning yourself. Okay, that's fine, I guess.
I
Okay,
guess
try it again. Try it
reposition
again.
goes
Try
here.
it again. Run the code.
Hold on, let me close the shell and
Does everything work, Sahasra?
run module.
I'm trying to run my code, but it keeps on bringing me back to the home screen each time I run it.
Choose a letter, it says. How about 9? And 8. And 7. And 6. And 5. And 4. And yes. Yay, it works.
Cool. But it's not gonna do it again. Do 9.
9.
Well, but it's not drawing. Why is it not drawing? So the reason why it's not drawing, it's because we never reset our points. We reset our do you want to play again, but we never reset our points. So let's go back and then let's fix that problem. That's the last problem, and we'll be done for today. So Hasher, do you need any help before we move on?
I keep on trying to run the code, but each time it says, like when I try to run it, when I press F5, it keeps saying there's some unexpected incident, and when I click fix, and when I click OK, it just brings me back to the home screen.
Okay, can you share the screen?
Yeah.
Should I still do the introduction, or should I just not? Because I've already done this.
Introduction for what? Sorry.
For the introduction for Python tomorrow. Should I do it, or?
Oh, tomorrow's class is something different. It's not what we did today. Monday and Tuesday class are different. I don't teach the Tuesday class. So.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, so it's gonna be something. Well, it's gonna be more learning how to do proper
I
coding.
think I'm gonna do the Unity class.
Okay. Well, hold on. Let me help Sahasra first, and then I'll come back to you. Okay. All right. Let me see your code, Sahasra. Okay. Okay. So you just need a. What happened? Can you go back to your code, Sahasra? Okay. So what you need to do is you need to press backspace before if. So backspace. Yeah. And then backspace on the next if. And then what happened here? Um, what's the chosen word equals blank? Can you delete that? You don't need that line. That's there. Delete that line. Just that line. Mm. Nope. Nope. Hmm. Okay. And then uh, actually, you know what? We need to delete the next three lines. So we need to delete starting from if, the yes, and then up to there. Yeah. Yeah. So that from there, oh, something's up with your mouse. So delete that line. Okay. Delete the other line. Okay. And finally delete that line. Be careful. Okay. Yep. And that's it. Yep. That should work. Okay, and the last thing, like I said, the last thing we need to do is restart our points. So here, after we restart game, so let me continue sharing my screen. Okay, so here, after we restart the game, all we want to say is points equal to 6. Okay, so we reset our points. That's all we need to do. Okay. So we're doing this before the word continue. Okay. So once you have this, this now it should restart your game, and yeah. And this, yeah. So here, let me guess stuff on purpose incorrectly. Okay, and they want to play again. Yes. And then I choose a different number. Was that Sahasra?
It still brings me back to the same screen. Like when I press F5, it says source must be saved, and I click OK, and it brings me back to this blank screen.
Hmm. Are you still sharing a screen? Yeah. Oh, let me see. Can you run it again? I also made a mistake. It's not points, it's tries. For some reason, I thought it was points. It's actually tries. Okay, so restart game. One, it doesn't have space between restart and game. And it's capital G game. No. Okay, so that's tries with lowercase t. No space between restart and game. And also, I think you misspelled restart on the other side, but we'll fix that. Yeah, and then at the end, there's no period. It's an open close parentheses. I think there's a period at the end of restart game. The same line you're editing, yeah. Erase and then open close parentheses. Shift 9 and Shift 0. Okay. Okay, save this. Let's go back to the other code. So click on the other code on the left. And then we're going to a restart. You forgot the T on restart. Okay, T. And then all the lines after that, so starting from forward all the way to the last forward, have to be indented. So highlight all the highlight the lines starting from forward. Yeah, from there. There you go. Oh, there you go. Too much, too much, too much. Before the hashtag head. Yeah, and then the forward, it has to be indented also. Yeah, that perfect. There you go. Save, Control S or Command S. Save. That's okay. Okay, now you can run your other code, and it should work. All right, guys. So that is it for today. I went a little bit over, but I guess that's fine. I was helping you guys. Do you guys have any questions before we take off? So I'll take that as a no. All right, guys. So thanks for coming, and then we'll hopefully see you guys next time. Yeah, take care.